Yeah. I'm gonna give a shout out to newschool.com, womanworld1.com. That's the free educational site. Actually, this right here is the entertainment section of what we're getting ready to make happen. We're not waiting for any longer. The love train, the spaceship, whatever you want to call it, is up and about. We're launching and we're taking no prisoners. Only those who have changed their life, looking for a better world. Came here in the year 77 actually. Introduction, overlap, from the music into the spiritual world. And then basically re-tune myself with the system which is called Waya and Muklasina. From that, you become purified, and then you make matters revise. You actually turn back around. Actually, you go a little further into the future, and then you calculate, demonstrate, and provide, and then you turn back around, and then you, what they call, back again, and then you're back again, and you just make things happen. And in that time, you become a little bit more appreciative. But like I said, a lot of people thought I was never coming back because to them, what was in their heart, it wasn't the compassion that one should have for those who are I slow. So I did a whole series on I slow. And actually, I think I'm going to put some more to I slow, because a lot of people I've been in different places where these people are supposed to have a learning on how to deal with people that's not what they considered normal. I came through actually a little bit slower than was anticipated. So those who didn't have the love for others, they actually just kind of took advantage of my presence. But in the outcome of going through things of that nature, I've learned what a friend is. One of my good friends was like, I had a friend and she was having some problems, and we were just friends, because they said you got types, you got sexual friends, you got friends, just friends. We were just friends actually, like cut buddy friends, not knowing the position a man would take and a woman would take in the struggle. We was just basically had each other's back, and we was trying to find out what was going on. So, but basically, I had a lot of things that I can do now, and I've met a lot of people that can also do many things, and together we are a force. And this particular force is a necessary force throughout the world, not only in the neighborhood, but throughout the world. And one of these things is healing. I have the ability to show you what is needed to heal certain ailments, because the present propaganda, people in mass communications, have brought about a cliche, a lie, falsehood, that there's no help when you're sick with the monster. There is help. There's nothing that can't be cured. As long as you have the breath of life. The breath of life in you is so powerful that it can eradicate anything that's wrong with you. And that's what they put me here for. So I was beaten to a pulp. I was killed a couple of times. I mean, everything was, so it's like I was here to bear the pain so people can see. So now, my coming back, because basically, you know, I'm back, and actually, I was born again in the Bronx, Webster Project, 1428. And like I said, it was a beautiful experience, a lonely experience. I did have someone with me that helped me, and she sacrificed a lot so I could actually analyze and determine what particular potion, yeah, I like to say potion, you know, that I would administer as a high priest for the global world. And at one time they were saying like 144,000, and that was such a high number. But just think now with technology. Now, how do you think they got the technology? Okay, they got a thing called Rilo 7. If you look up Rilo 7, I think it's RYLO and then 7. Put that in your computer, click that. Then they had the Manhattan Project. They got a lot of things that's not said to the general public because, like I said, this particular life that you live is for servitude. And like I said, we can manage with that for a minute, but we have to revise what's going on. Anyway, getting back to my second birth, it's just so, I'm like, I'm cool, you know, I'm like, I'm here now. And all those that knew me before, I'm not the same person. That's the first thing I'm gonna let you know. Okay? So respect yourself. By what you call me, that's I know by the degree that you on with this particular body. See? So everything is well planned. And to make matters, I had to go slow. You see my hand? I got alopecia. You see this part right here with no hair? Actually, that's called alopecia. Actually, it's an ailment when you don't have all your hair on your head. But they don't talk about that. So it's okay. But I came with a lot of information. I came with a lot of things that will help everybody. You know, I feel that as far as the color thing, I'm gonna stay black because that's what y'all think. So when people see me, they say I'm black. White folks, I have been taught by everyone about a lot of things that we all need. And we must stop the little bickering. And the only way we're gonna do that is when we return the powers back to the original owners, which is the womb man. Right? Every woman that produced a child has the powers of reproduction and the privilege. And with that privilege comes a responsibility, and that's response and being able, and with a duty to monitor the earth, keep everything in order. And to do that, what man has established, man being their child, they must learn that and actually take over and monitor what's going down. And that's not being done to man's greed. But anyway, we shout out to Red Hook and the Bronx again, you know. And like I said, we're in the house now, right next to the so-called big dogs, you know, and what they call their divas, which actually, we're going to talk about that next. So part 3, we're talking about the divas, the big dogs, and the so-called people that's doing what they're doing. And we're going to lay it on down right now. So this way, everybody knows what's going on. All right, so I'm out. I want you to give a shout out to everybody. Treat each other right. Let's make this happen. Gotta go.